Stages of pain progression. In most cases, the way out of pain is through. So, more often than not, we need to do the very thing that causes us pain to begin with to progress out of it. Now, that doesn't mean what we're going to do causes pain, but the movement or whatever it is that causes the pain, we're going to get in control of. Okay, so this is what I think about whenever I'm working with someone getting out of pain in their training. These are all the kind of things that we're looking to pay attention to. So anything in white is slow down, monitor for symptoms, and take it easy. Anything in black is stop exercising, some rest is needed. Okay. So at the top of this, we have the stages. So the stages of pain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have presentation of that, and then we have stop exercising if this happens. So stage 1 is pain upon movement. Okay. So the movement itself, the movement that you are currently doing causes pain. Okay. So we're going to slow down, monitor for symptoms, and take it easy because we know that movement causes pain. Okay, we stop exercising if the pain alters the form. So, for example, if you're doing a push up and your shoulder hurts when you go down, so your shoulder has to go all the way out wide and weird, that is no longer the same movement, and we are going to stop because we do not want to be compensating around the pain. Okay, stage 2 is pain at rest. Okay, so stage 1 was pain if you move, stage 2 is pain at rest. So if it hurts when you're resting, whatever we did the day before, the week before, leading up to it, we're going to make sure we slow it down and just ease off until the symptoms subside. Okay. If pain that prevents rest, so any kind of pain that prevents your sleep, we're just going to stop and make sure we address the issue. Now, stage 3 is pain with activities of daily importance. Okay. So this is just going through your day and maybe you have back pain and it's starting to just flare up throughout your day. Now, if you start avoiding activities of daily importance, that is where we need to stop whatever we're doing and take some rest. Okay, so stage 4 is pain is starting to be managed by medication. If we start taking any kind of anti-inflammatories or we need something just to get through the day, that is a stage 4 presentation, and we're going to stop exercising being in stage 4. So if you are taking pain meds just to do the workout or movement, we should stop. That's ridiculous. And then severe pain on the pain scale that's greater than 5 out of 10, we're going to stop exercise. Okay, so this is how these present themselves and then when we would stop exercising. Now, the single most important thing from this whole chart and something that having common language on is incredibly important is this pain scale. Now, everyone has a different pain tolerance, and so this definition can be different from person to person in terms of their own subjective pain tolerance. But if we stick to this pain scale with your subjective knowledge of yourself, this is how you can communicate to me or yourself what is going on and should you keep going. So we have 1 through 10. 1, you can imagine just those insults to your body, like the clothes sitting on you, you're not paying attention to it. 10 being a spasm happens, like nerve pain, like it shuts down, like everything just stops. Okay. So when we're training, if we're in a 1, 2, 3, or 4, we're good. Keep going, keep doing the thing. That's good. A 5 is where we start to pay attention to it and we start to ease off. Okay. And how I define that is a 5 out of 10 is where the pain of the movement itself takes your attention away from the task at hand. The pain from the movement itself takes attention away from the task you are currently doing. Now, if you think about that, if you're doing a squat and you're going down and you start to notice your hip or knee is bothering you, and now you're just thinking about your hip or knee bothering you instead of like your squat mechanics, squat form, or the workout you're doing, that is where I would say 5 out of 10 or greater, depending on how much the pain is. Now, if you're doing the movement and you're like thinking about it and you're like, I kind of feel it, that's okay. Keep going. Okay. So that pain level is going to be pushed up with intensity or load, which is kind of the same thing. But if you start to notice that pain increases as you add load, go back down and let's train in the range that you can manage. If you notice it happens from going quicker, just doing a certain amount of volume, let's go back down and stay in that no more than 4 out of 10. Okay. So symptoms as you move, better, same, or worse? That is my favorite question in the world to ask someone. Is we do something and then we try the movement again and we're like, better, same, or worse. Okay. If it's better or the same, assuming that you were in a good spot before, we're going to keep doing it. If it's worse, we stop. Okay. It's simple. Does it make it better, same, or worse? Now, symptoms once you stop moving. So if it did get worse and it does bother you, does it go away immediately as soon as you stop moving? That's okay. Does it linger for 30 seconds to a minute, like just kind of feeling it out, like your shoulder feels kind of funky after that set? That's okay. If it gets worse, or it doesn't stop hurting longer than a minute, then we're going to stop. Okay. Or we're going to ease off. Now, symptoms allowed post-exercise, so this could be soreness. It could just be localized pain in wherever you're feeling it after the exercise. Maybe you just pushed it a little harder than maybe you should have. This is how you know if you did. So 6 to 24 hours is okay soreness wise. Like I'd even say up to 36 hours, as long as like you can still move. You're not like trying to sit down on the toilet or the couch and like you got to grab everything and you're going to fall down. If you're sore for longer than 2 days, especially if it's kind of soreness that like you can't function, that's too much. We pushed it too far. We need to ease off. Okay. And unfortunately, we don't know that until after. So hopefully, whether it's yourself or whoever you're working with, is meeting you where you're at and building you up to a point where you can push yourself without pushing over that capacity. Now, the irritability index of symptoms, so frequency of symptoms goes down, intensity of symptoms goes down, duration of symptoms goes down. Cool. We're going to keep doing the thing. We're going to monitor. We're going to pay attention to it. We're going to play it safe, but we're going to keep progressing. But if the frequency of symptoms go up, intensity of symptoms go up, duration of symptoms go up, we're going to back off. We're going to rest until those go away. And then we are going to regroup and see where we went wrong and go back to the drawing board and then build you back up again. Okay. Now, when working out of pain or injury, everyone is different and it takes a different amount of time for most people to progress out of it. A simple rule to know is that whatever's hurting, when it stops hurting, that's when you start healing. Okay. And that's why every time your shoulder stops bugging you, you're like, oh, yeah, I'm going to go do the thing again, whatever it is. And then you push yourself really hard because you're so excited. And then it comes back and it probably gets worse because you never gave it time to actually heal. And you didn't have a measurement of knowing when you are good to return to sport level or return to wherever you were. In most cases, if you did see a doctor or specialist of some kind, they will work with you up to a certain point and then say, take it easy. And now everyone's definition of take it easy is completely different because you could be completely sedentary in your life and take it easy means do less than nothing. Or you could be the person that like runs ultra marathons and or competes in powerlifting or something like that. And their version of take it easy is much different than the sedentary person. So we need to be very specific and intentional about how we are getting someone to return to their sport. And that's why meeting you where you're at and building you back up from the bottom up until you have the strength to do whatever it is that you want to do. And that should be measured and that should be quantified. And it shouldn't be a guessing game. You should know when you're able to push yourself again and you should feel confident in that. And this will help you progress out of it. And this is how my mind works when I'm working with someone to get them out of pain.